Hey, right. Well, a very good morning to you all. I hope you're all fine on this Thursday, the 26th of January 2023. A new day and a new air mass. We've lost all that dull, all that very cold, murky air in favour of a fresher northerly breeze this morning. And that breeze has mixed the air mass up and we're generally frost free. So a quick look around the temperatures. Folkestone 5.1 this morning. Inland, Ashford 3.3. Go over towards Canterbury 4.7. Up to Tenterden 4.6 degrees at Tenterden this morning. 4.1 over at Dartford. 5.5 over at Whitstable. And finally, 6.7, that's the warmest one around this morning at Broadstairs. And it's all due to the fact that we've started to bring in the air from the north, from the sea. So, yeah, more mixing and slightly higher temperatures. And if we take a look at the temperatures across other parts of southeast England, it's universally above zero. No frost this morning, and most importantly, no fog. So, top of the hots at the moment is, as we usually find, the Isles of Scilly at 8.7, but there is a good general mix between 6 and 8 degrees this morning, varying from the east coast to the southwest coast. So, yeah, it's fairly sort of mild out there. Certainly a big change from what we have been seeing, but there are a few cold spots around this morning. Few inland areas especially are still very close to zero, but nowhere near the temperatures that we saw over the last sort of week or so. So yeah, temperatures have improved. And the reason for this, I'll come on and show you for why, is the facts chart. So we've lost that cold front that gave that rain yesterday. I mean, quite a lot of rain fell down here in the southeast. I picked up about 6 millimetres of rain in the end, quite surprised by that. But that's pushed through now, and we're in this run of northeasterly breezes that have cleaned the air up. It's not going to be wall-to-wall dry, blue, clear sunshine. There will be the odd shower around, more particularly across the eastern areas. But looking at the facts chart this morning, that's the scene. And if we run that facts chart through for another 24 hours, high pressure, back in control across many parts of the UK. But across the southeast of England, there will be this run of northeasterly breezes, and this will keep the temperatures somewhat higher than some northwestern parts of the UK because we're bringing that breeze in off a relatively warm North Sea. So we'll take a look at the radar this morning, and there are some showers around, but these are mainly reserved for areas around Lincolnshire and the Wash. Excuse me. If we run the sequence back, we'll see that these showers have slowly started pushing in off the North Sea in the last 2 or 3 hours. So I'm not expecting it to be a wet day by any stretch of the imagination, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if one or two of these showers did creep down into the southeast, at least for a time today. I'm going to go to WX charts. I'm going to run the icon sequence at the moment. So as you can see, I'll take this back to the here and now. Let's go back to 7 o'clock in the morning. Not quite reflective of what's going on out there at the moment, but it does pick up the showers on the northeast coast. It does pick up last night's rain. And if we do run that sequence through, we do stay dry. We do stay mainly fine with variable cloud and sunny spells today. But towards the Dover Strait, there is always the risk of a few showers clipping the east coast. And as I've mentioned, there is always a slight risk of the odd shower just drifting across other parts of southeast England, at least for a time. Overnight, we remain mainly dry, variable amounts of cloud, some clear skies. It won't be exceptionally cold, but I think if the temperature does, or I should say, if the clouds do break, the temperatures will fall somewhat. So if we just run the sequence through overnight, still the risk of a few showers over East Kent, but most places inland staying dry and clear with that risk of a frost inland if, as I mentioned, those skies do stay clear. We'll now just look at what the UKV is picking up. So this kind of sets the scene today. This is at 1 o'clock, so variable cloud, a few sunny spells. So yeah, fairly reasonable and quite a welcome relief from the gloom we've experienced over the last few days. Now, just before I close this out, we'll just take a look at the winds today. So we're bringing down a moderate northerly breeze, not especially cold, though it is a northerly breeze, because the air mass source, it isn't from a long way north, but it's enough to mix things up. So yeah, moderate northerly breezes, and then as we run through the sequence, that really just remains the case overnight. The breezes do start to fall lighter further west, but yeah, not enough to give us a widespread frost. And towards the east, there's always that breeze that's a little bit stronger, bringing the risk of those showers and higher temperatures. We'll just close it out now with the temperatures. So if we take a look at this morning, we'll notice, I've already picked up, it's sitting around, let me just run the sequence back. Yeah, so this morning, as we've seen, 4s and 5s across the board. That's really the way it stays. Temperatures do pick up to around about 7 or 8 degrees today. I think we might see a 9 degrees down on the south coast, giving a little bit of shelter from that northerly breeze. And then this evening, temperatures slowly fall back, but not as quick as they have done recently because of all that breeze. And there'll still be that variable amount of sort of cloud drifting down from the north at times. So we wake up tomorrow morning to temperatures generally in the range 3 to 5 degrees, perhaps a little bit colder further west towards Berkshire and some western parts of Surrey and towards Hampshire. But yeah, that's it. So in summary, a mainly dry and bright day, variable clouds, some sunny spells, risk of 1 or 2 showers drifting down in that northerly flow, and perhaps a slightly more enhanced risk of showers close to that southeast coast of England. Staying mainly dry overnight, temperatures dropping back, just a chance of a frost inland if those skies stay clear. So I hope you've all enjoyed the morning summary. I'll be back tomorrow morning looking at tomorrow's weather, or should I say the weekend weather. In the meantime, have a lovely day, look after yourselves, and ciao for now.